Okay. So students, like as yesterday we have discussed few simple functions. 3 functions I have discussed, and with the super easy technique, everyone can create any kind of function. That means you all can do any kind of program by using function. By using function. Fine. Let me just give you one simple example again so that we can recall and then we will move further. Fine. So today is 23rd of June 2020. Fine. Let's recall one question. Any question we can do. Any of the question, whichever you want to do. Suppose write a program to create a function to find the, suppose let me say, average of 5 numbers and then print it. Do remember, right now we are discussing non-argumented function. That means the function which is not accepting any argument and not returning anything. Then today I'll be teaching you how to return, how to accept arguments, all such things today only. Okay. So easy way, what I told you yesterday, you have to give one name to function. You have to put def keyword before it, and then after function name you have to put empty parenthesis, empty round brackets followed by colon, and then the statements which are used for finding the average of 5 numbers that we will be writing. Fine. So just see, let me write here. Def stands for definition. That means we are creating a function. The name of function, I'm taking it here, average only. Why so? Because we want to find average. Then let's take average only. Then put colon, indentation. All the statements will be indented because function is nothing. It's a named block. Function is a group of statements only. So that's what I have put indentation here. In Python idle, it will come automatically because I'm typing in notepad. So I'm using here tab. I'm using here tab key. So find average of 5 numbers. It's super easy question. We will be requiring 5 numbers. First, user will enter 5 numbers. Then we put the formula of finding average of 5 numbers, and then we will be printing it. Because right now we are not returning. Right now we are not returning anything. So how to do this? It's so simple. A equals to, let's take all the numbers as of int type within this input function. Enter number 1. Fine. Let me copy the same line. Then I will change it. Change the name of variable A, B, C, D, and E. You can take any name. It's up to you. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Fine. Now you have to write the formula for finding average of 5 number, which is sum of all the numbers divided by total number. That is 5 numbers are here. So AVG equals to, you have to place the sum in round brackets. As you know, in mathematics also divide is solved first. So that's what, there is a reason you have to put the sum in brackets. That means A plus B plus C plus D plus E, and then division sign by 5. Fine. Now all we have to do, simply print the answer. Average is, so we are just recalling so that we can do further. Average is, or average of 5 numbers is AVG. Function is finished. Now what we have to do, we have to call this function. We have to call this function. Now there is no need of mentioning that that program starts here, program execution starts from this line, then calling the function, and then program ends here. It's just for the understanding. Still, okay, let us write the same thing so that you can understand that execution will start from this line. Program execution starts now. Now after this, let me call the average function by the name and then empty brackets. Why I'm not passing any value? Just simply see here, you cannot pass any value in that function because that function is not holding anything. Empty parenthesis. That means you cannot put arguments. You cannot put arguments in that function. And after that, I'll be simply just writing the same line. Program execution ends now. We will discuss with the same website, the amazing website by using which you can simply visualize the effect. Okay, so I'm just copying this program. Let me open that website for you so that it will become super easy for all of you. Fine. This was the website by using which you can simply visualize your execution. Visualize means how internally system is doing, how internally computer is doing the things. Let me copy this. You have to correct the indentation. Fine. I've copied entire program. Now you have to click on this visualize execution. Okay, fine. Again, you are seeing the visual look and feel. Here frames means all the global names. I will come to this thing also. After some time, you will get to know what is this frames and all. So now cursor is on first line. First of all, this function will be created. That means one name will be given. In the global frame, one name will be created with the name average and it will be bound with the function. Let me execute. Let me click on next button. See this. This is not executed. Do remember this is not executed, only assignment of name average with the function. So that whenever you use this average name, the function will be called. Average name function will be called by using average name. Fine. Cursor is moved to line number 10. Okay. Now that means this will be the first line in which you will see output here, print output. Okay. Let me click on next. You are able to see program execution starts now. That means program has started its execution. Okay. Now the line number 11 calls the function. We all know when we call a function, the control will move to the definition. Control will move to the definition where the working of function is written. That means from this line, now this cursor will move to the line number 1. And one by one it will execute because this name is associated with this function. So that's what it will be moving to that function body. Just see here, visualize it. Next, understood? The name we have used average. That's what the cursor has gone to line number 1, wherever the function working is written. Now, one by one, all the lines will be executed one by one. Just see here, first line, enter number 1. I'm just writing, suppose 98. Okay, just see here, the one variable gets created and the value 98 is associated with this because you have entered 98. In memory, one variable is created. Let me click on next again. Enter number 2. I'm just putting 97. Okay, enter number 2. Now one more variable gets created with next value associated. Fine. Now enter number 3. Suppose let me enter 77. Again see, one more variable gets created C and the value 77 is associated with this C variable. Fine. Now enter number 4, 89. Submit. One more variable gets created D with the value 89. That means your fourth number is 89 only. Next value, suppose 100. Okay. Now last value E, it gets value 100. Fine. That means these 5 lines are executed. Now the line number 7 will execute. What it will do? It will create a variable AVG and then will evaluate this expression. Solve karega isko. Solve and then store in AVG. Transfer to the AVG result. Let me click on next. See it. It has calculated all the result by the formula divided by 5 and stored in AVG variable. 92.2 is the average of these 5 numbers. Now line number 8 executed. Just see here, average of 5 numbers is 92.2. And then cursor has just reached after the function. That means just after the line number 8. In between 8 or 9, it is just for assumption. That means this function has done its execution. You just see here, none is written. I will discuss this. What is none? None means this function is not returning any value. This function is not returning any value. I will discuss this thing today so that you will be able to understand it. That means if you will not write anything like return statement, like return AVG or return X, Y, that time the function will return the result. But here we have not mentioned any return, so it will not return anything. None means nothing, empty, khali, void. And now cursor will move to line number 12. Why? Because line number 11 has done its execution. You just see Average has just done what the green line signifies, line that just executed. This is executed. Control has passed from this. Can you see this is blurred now? Blurred means now they will be removed from memory once this line will be executed. See this next. And now program execution ends now. That's it. These are blurred. That means these variables are not in the scope of this program. I hope it is understood. This was a simple thing, simple question to recall our last class. Okay. Now, since we have discussed and recalled the yesterday's class question, that means by using this method, by using non-argumented function without returning anything, you can simply just put the code in the function, then you will be able to find it and do it. And do remember, once the function is created, you can use it again and again. You can call it again. What is that? Suppose that after this line, suppose that I want to use this function again. Suppose I'm just writing here, print function execution done. I'm just executing it again. What is the meaning of executing it again? That means suppose I want to find the average of 5 numbers again. Like you can see, I am just calling print function again and again. You can see easily, because I want to use the print function, I will call it. Here also, I have called the input function because I want to use it. So I'm just calling it again and again. That means it simply shows that you can call the function any number of times. That means just create it once and use it for infinite number of times. Any number of times you can use it. There is no restriction on it. Fine. Now, this was the first method. This is the first method, method 1. What we have discussed? Non-argumented function. I will discuss what is this argument also. Non-argumented function without returning value. Let me write one thing here. This is very important. When we don't return anything from a function, it returns none. That means void, or you can say empty. Automatically, once function completes its execution. Basically, right now, none is of no use for us, because none means empty, nothing. Function is not returning anything because we have not mentioned anything in this function. That means we have not placed the return keyword. If you want to return something, then we have to put return keyword. I will discuss this none now with the help of returning. So now we will discuss same examples with the help of method 2. So first let me write method 2 of function creation. Non-argumented function with return value. That means now we want the answer. We want the answer which function is doing with return value. We want to see what exactly function is doing. What is the meaning of this? Suppose, let me give you simple example. Suppose there is a ATM function. And just assume it that this ATM is not accepting anything. It can simply work by button. It is not accepting any argument. Fine. Now we know that if you want to see the balance, of your account, then what you can do? You can simply see it on screen. Or that means when the screen of ATM machine is only showing you the answer, that means that time it is not returning any slip. Any physical slip is not returned. But suppose that if you want that I want slip, in that case, what ATM machine will do? ATM machine will return you a physical slip. So return type in that scenario, the function, the ATM machine is returning you something, slip, the slip in which your details are printed. That is the meaning of returning. That is the meaning of returning and non-returning. If the function is not returning, that means it will simply print the result. It will print the result, all the result, whatever the function is doing, it will simply do calculation and all the answer will be printed only, printed. Understand this thing. This is most important. And when you want the value, when you want the value to be in your hand, that means suppose you want to use the variable, then what you can do, you can return the answer. Let me give you one more example. Suppose there is a function called sum. Now you will understand properly. There is a function called sum which only finds the sum of five number, which finds the sum of five numbers. Now what the question is asking, the question is asking that I also want to find the average of those five numbers. I also want to find the average of those five numbers whose sum is calculated by the sum function, whose sum is calculated by the sum function, but without writing the code in sum function. That means, देखो क्या होगा? What the question is asking this thing. Let me write this so that you will be able to understand. There is a function called add. It is not accepting any argument. Simply, I am just writing five, this code here, because this will work. We know this is simple. Because if you want to find the sum of five numbers, you will simply write five variables and you will take the input. Fine. Then what I can find the sum of these numbers. Of course, I will be printing also what exactly function is doing. Suppose sum of five numbers is S. But now the question says, I want the average of these five numbers without writing the code in add function. So what you can do here? What you can do here? Simply return the answer. Simply return the answer. What you can write at the end? Return S. At the end only. Do remember, at the end only. What is the meaning of this at the end? Because this is the last line of function. If you by mistake put this line over here, suppose here I'm just putting this line. So what it will do? It will first enter five numbers, find the sum and return from here. Return means finally move out of the function. That means this line will not be executed in any case. So make sure whenever you want to return from the function, what you can do, you can simply return at the end. So now what this function is doing, this function is not accepting any argument, as we all can see. This is asking user to enter five numbers, finding the sum and printing the sum. The question was to find the average of those five numbers which were added by the add function. So what we can do here, we can simply return S. S means now whenever you call this function, it will return the answer which is stored in S. That is, of course, the sum will be returned. The sum will be returned by this function. So what we can do here, just see here now. You'll understand it. Let me write here, program execution starts now. Fine. Now you just see, if I'll call add function, we know that in this case, add function gets called. Fine. Everything is same. Control will move to this. These line will be executed one by one. This line, then next, 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 printed, return S. Where it will return? From where the function is called. That means this S value will be returned to add. I will let you know by using graphical method. So since result is returned by this function, I can store this. I'm just writing A equals to add. A equals to add, and then I'll be printing the average. I will teach you in graphical manner also. Average of five numbers is comma A. Okay, let me copy this so that you can understand it more properly. Let me open the open board. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Just 1 minute. I'm just sharing with you all this thing. So don't worry about it. Let me take the screenshot from there. Then only I'll be able to. Okay, let me take the screenshot and I will copy this screenshot there. Okay, fine. Now it is shared with you, the open board. Now there's one mistake in this question. There's one mistake in this question. What is that? Of course, there's one mistake because average right now here, this is only storing the value of S. So you have to find divide by 5. You have to do divide by 5 because 5 numbers are entered. That means divide by 5 you have to put here. You have to put here divide by 5. Otherwise, it will not find the average. So here only sum is stored in A. You can put divide by 5 here also. Or what you can do, you can simply write here A by 5 because A is only storing the result S. And what is S here? S is sum of those 5 numbers which is returned by the add function. Fine. So you have to write divide by 5. Of course, it is understood. It is user understood that you have to find it. Let me take the screenshot of this. Okay. I am just copying it. Just wait for a minute. Let me take the screenshot again. And I will copy this screenshot so that you can all understand it properly. Okay. See, now this screen is shared now. You all are able to see this screen. So what exactly is happening here? As we all know, first of all, this line, one name will be created. Add. Okay, fine. After this, this line will be executed. That means you will see answer program execution starts now. And now here, there is something special in this line. We are calling a function as well as we are assigning the function result in one variable A. Like it's right now seems like that we are assigning the function in A. It is not like that. Do remember, it's not like that. You are not assigning the function in A. First of all, because as we all know, this will act like expression. What assignment does, whatever the result of this expression will be, let's assume it like an expression. This expression will be executed. Right now, this expression is acting like a function. This expression is acting like a function. So this will be executed. And after this execution, whichever result will be produced by add will come here on this. And then the result will be stored in variable A. That means this function will be definitely returning something. This function will be definitely returning something. So after this function gets called, first of all, it will not do assignment of function in A. From this line, control will move. From this line, control will move to the function definition here. That means right now, there is no assignment is going on. Assignment is not going on. First of all, function will be executed. That means you just take it like an expression. You just take it like an expression only. Fine. So this line will be executed. Second line is executed. Third is executed. Fourth executed. Fifth executed. Sixth executed. That means you have entered 5 numbers. Sum is calculated and result is printed. Fine. Result print हो गया. Sum निकल गया. Printed. Now this function is also returning the result. Return S means this function is giving you result also. That means whatever thing this function is doing, whichever operation this function is doing, it is giving you the result back. It is giving you result back to you wherever it is called. That means this S now, where it will go, this S will simply move. This S will simply move where this S will go to the place from where the function gets called. That means this S will simply just see this yellow line here. the S, the result will be transferred here because function is called here only. So this S result will be transferred back to the function calling place wherever you have called the function. What I said, you just take it like expression. You just take it like expression A plus B plus C plus D plus E. But the expression is internally written in the function. So that's what S, the result will be returned back to this place. And now since S has reached here, so S will be transferred. Now S will be transferred into variable A. This S, the S result will be transferred into A. That means what is this situation is speaking here? The result of the function, S is transferred back to the place wherever the function is called. Okay. S is stored in variable A. That means the sum of 5 numbers is right now in A also. The sum of 5 numbers which is stored in S is now stored in A also. Fine. That means sum of the 5 numbers, it's in your hand. It's in variable A. Now what you can do, since A is storing the sum, you can simply divide by 5 because average of 5 numbers is simple. Sum divided by total number, that is 5. After this assignment, again execution will start. This line will be executed. And then average of 5 numbers is A by 5. Result will be printed and then answer will be stored. Fine. Okay, now since we have discussed by using graphical method, let me copy this program to visualize its execution. We want to visualize the execution. What I will do, same thing I will open our website. You have to adjust the indentation. Now you will understand more properly. All the things I will discuss now so that you will get the actual feeling. Actual feeling you will get by this visual execution. You all will understand now. Okay, fine. Name gets created. Let me click on next. One name is associated with the function. What is that? Add function. The name add is created. Line number 11. Line number 10 is nothing. It is a blank, empty line. Program execution starts now. It's okay. Now this line will be executed. First of all, function gets called. Function will be called. So it will move to the place where the function definition is written. Okay. Let me click on next. You can see simply here, from this line, control is moving to this line. Let me click on next. Enter number 1. Suppose I am writing 4. One variable is created with value 4. Line number 3 is executing now. Let me write one number 5. Executed. One more variable gets created and value 5 is entered now. You have to enter next value. Suppose 6. C gets created. Value 6 is stored now. Now, suppose 8. D gets created and value 8 is stored now. Now, suppose I'm writing 12. This line gets executed. E gets created. Value 12 is stored now. That means all 5 variables are created and values are stored. This line will execute. It will find the sum of all 5 numbers. See here. S gets created and it is storing the sum of all 5 numbers into this variable. Fine. Up to this, it's okay. Now, sum of numbers is printed. Now it is returning back. It's something like ATM machine, which is returning you the slip, Now you can keep this slip with you. It's up to you. You can keep this slip because right now by using this function, we have to find the average also without writing the code in add function. So what we have done here, we have returned the answer. Just see here, this S will be returned to this line and A will be created. Just see. Next, return value. Can you see 35? Return value is 35 only because S is 35. That means return value is 35. It is returning 35. Where? To line number 12. Just see. Line number 12 gets created. One more variable are you seeing here? A with value 35. It is pointing to the same value. It is pointing to the same value which is returned by the function. All these are blurred because function has done its execution. A gets created because line number 12 you have used A equals to add. Result is transferred back to the A variable. Fine. Now, since the result is stored in A, That is sum of 5 numbers. What I have done here, a by 5. A by 5 means divide the sum by 5. See here now. Average of 5 numbers is 7.0. Of course, 35 divided by 5, 5 sevens are 35. So 7.0 is the average of these numbers. Let me little bit experiment with this so that you can understand it more properly. And somebody is not writing here divide by 5. It is simply writing divide by 5. Do remember, this is just an expression. That means you are allowed to call a function within the expression also. You are allowed to call a function within the expression. First of all, expression will not be evaluated. Function will be called. Function will be called first. The function will return the result. Function will give you the result. And then result will be divided by 5. Result will be divided by 5. That means, of course, the value of s will reach here. S by 5. Answer will be stored into a variable. This also you can do. This also you can do. Let me just visualize execution quickly so that you can remember. Click on next. Fine. Next. Program execution start. Next. Now let me enter number. Suppose 2. Submit. Now let me enter 3. Submit. Quickly I'll be entering 4. Submit. Then 5. Submit. Okay. Now 6. Submit. Fine. Next line will be executed. S is stored. Print. Fine. Return S. Return value 20. Now A. Return value will be stored here. Divide by 5 and will be stored in A. See here. A is pointing to 4.0. Why A is not pointing to 20 this time? In previous example, we can easily see the A was pointing to the returned value. A was pointing to the returned value. Why not here? Because the result is returned to this place, wherever the function is called. And since you have used the function within an expression, of course, the result will be manipulated. Result manipulate ho jayega. And after manipulation, after solving, the result will be stored in a variable. That is the reason now A is pointing to 4.0 because result is 4.0. After this, click on next and see. Average of 5 number is 4.0. Same thing. You can do it like this as well as the previous one. As well as the previous one. Let me give you one more. Suppose that what I was saying, let me write this return S before line number 8. Let's see what will happen. Before line number 9. Okay. I've written this. Let's see. Visualize. Then you will understand what exactly now this will do. Next, same thing. Global frame gets created. Program execution starts now. You are able to see here. Next, it has moved to line number 1. And now one by one, it will take input. Let me write. Let me quickly enter. Okay. First value 1. Then 2. Then next value 3. You will understand now more properly and more deeply. This is a super amazing thing. Function is a super amazing concept. 5. Okay. This is done. Next line. Sum is stored. Return S. Just see here now. Return value 15. Since you have returned from line number 8, that means the function is stopped. It is something like break. It is something like break. Like you all know, we have put the break keyword in a loop. When you put break keyword anywhere in the loop, at that instant of time only loop gets stopped. Similarly here also, since you have returned from function, return means stopping the function. And now move the control back to the place wherever function gets called. That means this line will not be executed. Sum of 5 numbers. See very carefully. Answer is returned back. And this line is not executed. You are not able to see sum of 5 numbers because you have put the return in between or before the last place. That is the reason the result is not printed by this function. Okay, no issues. Next, average of 5 number is 3.0. So you have to be very careful while putting this return keyword and followed by the value, because one single mistake, it will be giving you a wrong answer. Fine. Now, just understand this. Suppose if I'm not returning anything, now you will understand more properly. As I said, if you will not mention the return statement, function will by default return none. None का क्या मतलब है? Empty, nothing, nothing, N-O-N-E, nothing. Now you can simply see after the function will be executed, none will be returned back. None will be returned back to the place. That means at this place, N-O-N-E will come. N-O-N-E. N-O-N-E will come back. That means N-O-N-E. Now, as you all know, how can you divide nothing by 5? That means if you are not holding anything, आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, then how can you divide that कुछ भी नहीं by 5? Nobody can divide. Nobody can divide. To understand this thing, if you want to use the result of the function, then you must return something. Then you must return thing. In that case, it will give error. Just see now. I am using the same function. I am not mentioning the return statement. So function will by default return none. That means this will be automatically placed at the end of function. This is optional. Just see now. You will see one amazing thing here. You will see error will come. Error will come because you are not returning and you want to use the result. You want to use the result. आपको result use करना है function का, but you are not returning. How it is possible? It's something like you want the slip. You want the slip on which your balance should be printed. On which balance should be printed. But the ATM machine is not returning. Then how can you hold that slip? How can you hold that slip in your hand? Something like that. You cannot hold the slip in your hand if the ATM is not returning back to you slip. So same thing here. I'm not returning here anything. Just let me execute. You will understand now. Just understand this thing. Then it will be more clear to you. Program execution starts now. Fine. Function gets called. Let me enter number. Then I'll come back to your queries. Okay. Enter number 2. Everything is fine right now. Okay. Enter number 4. Still everything is fine. Enter number 5. Again, everything is fine. Sum is calculated. Okay. Sum gets printed. Just see return value none. Because we have not mentioned anything. So by default it returns none only. None means empty. Nothing. Kuch bhi nahi. Execute. Click on next. See here. Error. You are trying to divide none by 5. How can you divide something which is not a value even? How can you divide the thing which is not available? How can you divide the thing which is not available? Which is not available, which you cannot see. So here also the one you are seeing error because you are trying to divide empty thing by 5. You cannot divide. Always remember, whenever you want to do some calculation on the result of the function, then you must return. You must return. I hope it is understood.